Horus.
If it's silent in dismay, it won't break this feeling down. If I conquer this my way, I'd devour, I'd surround. If it hurts you just a little, then it heals you when it's done. Disappointment is the anchor, resolution is the sun. If it's silent in dismay, it won't break this feeling down. If I conquer this my way, I'd devour, I'd surround. If it hurts you just a little, then it heals you when it's done. Disappointment is the anchor, resolution is the sun.
guys, and welcome back to another game. It is the South African Gigabyte Dota 2 Challenge, brought to you by NAV TV. That's NAV TV. We're a casting organization here in South Africa. Glad to have you guys on board. Good to see you guys here. Good to see all the support that you guys have been giving us, and of course the South African scene as well, helping us grow the South African scene slowly but surely. Now, this is the first loser bracket round for the day. Of course, it's iFg Tilt versus Veneration Gaming. That's Infinity Gaming versus Veneration. It's going to be an interesting matchup here. I mean, both of these two teams have got a lot of history playing against each other. iFg actually has the advantage here when it comes to seed into this tournament, due to how they've played over the past few months. Playing quite well, playing quite decently. Up there on that 4th, 5th seed in the country at this point. Veneration just below them though. So Veneration have everything to prove right now. They need this win. They want this win. They want to show, okay guys, listen, you know, we aren't there, but, well, we weren't there, but we are there right now. We can take you on. And of course, wherever the teams end during the course of this tournament, that will be their seeding going into the next one, because only 8 teams will be invited. Once again, to the next South African Gigabyte Dota 2 challenge. And, well, it all comes down to seeding. The first seed will always get the coin toss. They'll be able to choose. They get a easier road going through, unless, of course, they lose. And, well, let's have a look. The draft is well underway right now. iFg Tilt, or Infinity Gaming, has already banned out the Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter is banned out. He's a first ban in the South African scene. I do know in the international scene sometimes he is, sometimes he isn't. Here, he definitely always is. So, a good ban out there. I mean, just a quick explanation. With a level 1 track, if you track, let's just say you track the Lina, you kill the Lina with 4 of your heroes nearby, that's 1,000 gold swing to your team. Every single time. You get 3 tracks off, that's 3,000 gold swing. So, a very good comeback here, a very good snowball here once you're ahead. Let's have a look, and let's see what the next bans are. After that, Shadow Fiend ban, of course. Don't want to give Shadow Fiend through to Radiant. The advantage there for SF Radiant is just too big. Getting the stacks off, flash farming, being able to get your lane is a lot quicker. I mean, you basically save between 7 and 10 seconds every single time. Well, actually it's more. It's roughly around 15 because it's there and back, versus Dire actually farming in the jungle. Although Dire, you do have stacking advantage because you can stack the 2 camps at once with any hero. But yeah, we're not going to get into that one right now. The banouts from Veneration were Winter Wyvern and Undying. So that does leave the Lina in the pool. It did leave the Tusk in the pool. Both of them being picked up. It also left the Spirit Breaker. Now, Spirit Breaker, of course, we did see with the latest patch. Yeah, sorry, with the latest patch, just letting the guys know on stream that it is live. There you go. Spirit Breaker, we know with the latest patch, it's now his 17% bash is now pseudo random. So you'll most likely not be getting those 5-hit bashes, but you will be getting more bashes. And well, for example, if you had a game you know, where you just haven't landed a bash in like 7 minutes, that's not going to happen anymore. Well, most likely. It's less likely to happen. Banner, the picks coming from iFG side, it was the Tusk first pick from them, leading up to a Lina Earthshaker combo. I mean, quickly running through the most common bans that I've seen so far in this tournament. It is the Bounty Hunter. I was talking about first phase bans. Bounty Hunter, Earthshaker, Lina, Tusk, Undying, and the Spirit Breaker. Between those 6, and 3 of those have actually been picked up right now. iFg went for the Night Stalker as the next pick. Night Stalker did get some buffs. Let's quickly try and open up the patch logs here again. I actually don't have that Dota 2 patch log, because Night Stalker did get a significant patch yesterday. Oh, updates, come on, where's the patch? And read all the patches. Heroes, Night Stalker. Okay, so it's just base HP regen increased from 0.25 to 2. Wow. That's a huge jump. I mean, Night Stalker, I mean, you should be safe now in mid lane. I think they did this just to actually buff up his HP. I mean, that's a 1.75 jump on top of what he previously had. So as a mid hero, I think he actually might possibly be able to lane up against Alina with his base HP regen. Just has to play a little bit safe, not get caught out. But with the likes of Spirit Breaker and Earthshaker coming through from VNR, it's going to be very difficult for the Night Stalker, because if the Spirit Breaker comes in and the Earthshaker, the Earthshaker smoked up, Spirit Breaker's charging, they get the initial stun with the Earthshaker, Lina Dragon Slave to follow up the stun as well, and Spirit Breaker's busy charging, you are dead, guaranteed. Doesn't matter which mid hero you are. So the lockdown coming through here from VNR is just ridiculous at this point. iFg, they do have the Tusk, so a little bit of lockdown control more than lockdown with the Tusk. Disruptors also control more than lockdown with this kinetic field and static storm. Of course, the glimpse there is always very good up against the Spirit Breaker, because the glimpse takes you where you were, where you were 4 seconds ago. And with the Spirit Breaker charging in, you're quite far away 4 seconds ago. So I do like that pick. They can also control quite well with the kinetic field. But if the Earthshaker gets a good fissure off, that will be followed up by a double, let's say there's 2 heroes that he stuns, or 3 heroes, that will be followed by double Lina stun, as well as a Dragon Slave, following up the Light Striker and Dragon Slave, as well as the Razor. So a lot, VNR picking up heroes here to control the fight, to actually take the 5-man fights early, to actually go for those, smoke ganks with the Spirit Breaker, most likely, and the Earthshaker waiting. The ban outs coming through from iFg during the second phase ban was the Clockwork and the Witch Doctor. Now, Witch Doctor got a big buff, in my opinion. That level 3 ulti, and there's a small nerf, it doesn't bounce once anymore, but you do get 30 extra damage on your ultimate, on your little ward that you put down. And that's a lot. That's a lot of damage. So especially if you go for an Aghanim Scepter, it's a significant amount. So I like that ban out, especially to combo with the Earthshaker and Lina. iFg, well, good bans from their side. VNR decided to ban out, well, they're going now for, well, they first went for a carry and a mid hero with the Templar, with the Spectre being banned out. Now Spectre, there's also a big change that came in with Spectre. I actually have to hurry up here because I'm running out of time. Spectre now returns the damage before it actually, he returns it before he takes it. His, desolate, dispersion. So if you go with something like a Vanguard up, you'll actually return the damage, then it will be reduced and applied to you. So we actually saw that working quite well yesterday. Windrunner, extremely popular pickup here in the South African scene, extremely strong. Quite interesting that they decided to ban that out, because that's a hero that Razor can actually sap quite a lot of HP from, or damage from. The AM and the PL were banned out by, well, okay, that's actually going to be a carry Night Stalker. Nice. AM and PL were banned out. Lich being picked up. Lich was also buffed a little bit, and Venomonster coming here from the side of iFg. Quickly have a look here. Venomonster's Poison Sting damage increased from 5, 10, 15 to 20 to 6, 12, 18 and 24. Quite a big change. Poison Sting now works normally on illusions. Poison, oh, there's the DCs. Okay, just to let you guys know, there's a bug with the South African servers at this point where we just keep on dropping out. We have to try and reconnect 3 or 4 times in a row. So let's just keep on trying and see what happens. Oh, and your poison over duration has been increased from 12, 14, 15, and 16 just to 16 straight. So Veno's been buffed quite a bit. Let's quickly try and reconnect and join back into game number 1. So guys, special thanks to Gigabyte, of course, for sponsoring this tournament. I mean, it is a big event here in the South African scene. $2,000 up in cold hard cash, 1,000 for first prize, 600 for second, and 400 for third. Let's continue on just trying to get back into the game here, guys. So it shouldn't take too long. Normally this takes around 3 or 4 login attempts before it actually sets. Now, Valve has confirmed with us that there is a bug on the South African servers. Unfortunately, they won't be able to fix it in time for our comp, which was now, of course, this week and this weekend. They're only going to fix it, well, start working on it next week. So we are sitting with these issues for now. And everyone agrees with it, everyone understands it. Well, let's see if it's actually keeping me in game this time. I think it is. So good game, guys. iFg versus VNR. Let's quickly have a look. Let me introduce the side of iFg for you. It is going to be Mo Days, the captain, sort of, I think, for iFg on the Tusk, with Nara running on the Templar Assassin, Cloud on the Venom Monster. We know bottom lane there is going to be Atmosphere running the the Night Stalker, and of course Trackles on the Disruptor. On the side, you have to be very quick here. It is going to be wait, actually I can't say anything. Modace is actually being the one that's charged upon. He does not have Snowball or anything. Is he actually going to be able to make it out alive? Right now he does cast Snowball, and he actually gets stunned up. He hasn't used it just yet. Waiting a little bit too long, and his team just had to back up. Well, that's first blood going the way of VNR right now. So Death Note is running on the Lina, Speaker on the Lich, CY on the Razor. Let's quickly have a look at Revoker on the Earthshaker, and I think this is Death Note on the Spirit Breaker. I think it should be. We'll have a look at Death Note. No, Death Note's on the Lina. Well, Death Rave on the Spirit Breaker. There you go. So I keep on. Sometimes the guys mix up the names a little bit, so not quite sure. But the game one is underway. The first blood already going to VNR, Templar Assassin, and Lich taking the Bounty Rose respectively. So one apiece. It's going to be interesting to see how Atmosphere does on this bottom lane. I think this is a very risky pickup for them. It's most likely going to be a roaming Tusk, coming through from the side of iFg. But with these stuns here on this bottom lane, well, it's going to be a dual lane at this point, man. So I think Atmosphere should be okay. He does have a lot more regen. He has 8 tangos, of course, and a full salve up. So he'll be okay semi until someone else joins the fray here on the bottom lane, and they're just trying to control up here on the middle lane the whole time. So, nope, we do see quite a lot of damage being stolen. Is the fissure going to come out? Nope, not enough damage. 26 damage still, so it's going to make Razor's life easier here on the bottom lane. And just look at the aggression coming through from VNR, actually, positioning both of their heroes on the high ground here to try and harass out Nara. Nara does have 1 level up in Refraction right now, so she should be alright. And Spirit Breaker doesn't have any mana to use the charge. So will we see a wraparound coming through here by... Oh, Modace is actually on very low HP. I didn't even catch that one. But he heals up. I think we might see the wraparound now. They might decide to go on him. Spirit Breaker will have enough for for charge in a second. But of course there is a level of glimpse up. Are we going to see an engagement? Nope. Only just got level 2. So the ice shard's only coming up right now. And well... Nara here on the middle lane is actually being stunned up. I think this will be another kill. Oh, the salve! The salve play coming through from the Templar Assassin. Actually managing to save his life there. He has to go all the way back to base, but I have to really say well played there. I thought he would have died, but timing that salve perfectly. And well, the illusion's going towards bot, and Bounty going towards Modace on the top lane, so that will secure just a little bit more experience. No big stacks coming off just yet. Now, what I was speaking about earlier on, if you hit this camp at 53 seconds exactly, and you run, but as a range hero, and you run up here, and you turn around and you hit this one at 56, you should be able to actually time both of them, run straight up that way, and then actually get both stacks off as one hero. Well, as one range hero. So I'm quite surprised that Disruptor's not doing that just yet. Bottom lane, top lane, the charge is actually there. He's trying to hold out the charge. Is he actually going to be able to get the kill? There's the charge, and there's no glimpse. Disruptor backing off. What was going on there, Trackles? The pause is coming through now from the Spirit Breaker. Trackles, guys, if you ever play cops, don't say, well, we've got this kill. Make sure, stay around, because Trackles thought, well, that was a guaranteed kill, and he just backed off. Extremely well played here by the Spirit Breaker, because he saw that it was out of range. He was basically raging there. He had given up on life. He was just like, GG, get ripped, I'm done. And the Disruptor turned around and got out of range. And Spirit Breaker just says, wow, okay. I think that was like a 12 HP. Spirit Breaker just like, thank you, bye-bye. Busy charging out, busy healing up. Quite a big misplay coming through here from the side of iFg. A lot of pings being spammed out now as well. But let's quickly have a look at the last hits and the denies coming out right now. Middle lane, I mean, it's an extremely difficult middle lane here for Nara, sitting on only 3 and 1 up against 15 and 2. This dual lane doing quite a bit of work here for VNR, although I think they have sacked a little bit of experience. No, they're still leading in experience as well. 13 for and 7 on the Razor up versus the, well, safe lane Cloud playing on the Venom Monster, which is sitting on a 7 and 1. Well, 8 and 1 right now. So, going for a carry Venom Monster, we have seen it done in the past. Of course, the Poison Sting, it does help out quite a bit, especially with a carry Venom at this point. But let's have a look here. Modays and Trackles are busy grouping up. Well, they're playing very aggressively once again here. Might want to try and dive again. I think they really need to try and go for a gank on this middle lane sometime soon. Or actually start getting stacks up, because there's absolutely no stacks. They're leeching a lot of experience here from, Cloud, and I think Cloud will be okay, solo up against the Spirit Breaker. If you're not going for the kills, you are basically just taking up XP. And there's the Light Strike array coming through here from Templar Assassin. Templar just trying to do as much damage as he can up on the speaker, but he has to be very careful now. He does have 6 charges and will use them just as that last attack comes in. 20 HP. Once again, and having to go all the way back to base. This mid lane is completely lost for the TA. I'm not quite sure why they haven't tried to at least rotate in anyone.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
But bottom lane, Bounty Ruin will be going to the Night Stalker. There's a haste run that will be picked up by Lina at this point. Sitting, well, he will have his boots up. Has a full bottle. I mean, in comparison with Nara not having boots, having to buy her own TPs, this is going horribly wrong for Nara in the mid lane. But Night Stalker does have 1 level up in Hunter of the Night, of course, so he is a little bit more, how can I say, maneuverable here and a little bit more difficult to actually kill.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So, top tower still being pressured out, sitting on a quarter HP. Having a look at Cloud, going for a full, well, only sitting at level 3. I mean, look at the big difference here. It's a level 4.5, because the supports are leeching so much experience. And the Arrow Courier, Arrow Man, coming through. Oh, the lines are being drawn out here. They actually did see the Disruptor. Disruptor's going to be in quite a lot of trouble right now. Oh. Disruptor's being charged up. Is the support going to come through? I'm not quite sure why Disruptor was still running behind there. Big mistakes coming through here from the side of iFg. Veneration just proving, well, if you make a small mistake versus us, we're just going to take you on. But Atmosphere, he wants to move in here onto Death Note. I think he is actually scouted out with the Radiant Vision, because the trees were already cut down. And with Revoker here on the top lane, I think he should actually just go straight back bot. Should try and pressure out the Razor. It's not going to be easy, but at least get your form up here, because you're sitting on 9 and 1, and you've got a free lane at this point. You'll get harassed out quite a bit. You do have a stout shield up. Hey, buddy. Take the free XP while you have it. And well, guys, for those of you guys that don't know who I am Reddit. I'm a caster for Nav TV, so check me out on facebook.com/Reddit Dota or facebook.com/NavGamingTV. We do appreciate it. navtv.co.za. There, I quick spammed everyone on stream and everyone in game. Check us out. Really do appreciate all the support you guys have been showing for the South African team. Nara's being charged here on the middle lane. She does not get all. She does have a refraction level up right now. She does use it. She does, and the magic wand is there, but unfortunately it's not going to be enough. I mean, if you're up against this kind of lane, maybe just go for 1 point. Ooh, bottom lane as well. Bottom lane managed to get a kill on the Razor. What? GG life. Night Stalker, extremely well played. Managing to get that kill. Actually has a full Earth of Shadows up right now. Well, top lane might be the next engagement. The charge is there onto Trackles. Are they going to be able to get the kill on Revoker? They do. Cloud, unfortunately, does not have a TP, and he's in very big trouble. does use his magic stick, trying to slow up as much as possible with the Plague Wards, and he won't be able to get out of that one. So 2 kills going the way of iFg. I mean, they really needed that. Here's the support this time on Modays. Is he going to... Are they going to... I mean, there's no mana up on the Lina. The Lina, however, does have a inverse bond up. And I was busy speaking about maybe just going 1 level up in meld, but of course there is a very deep sentry ward that's actually covering this ops. Bottom lane, Modays still only sitting at level 4, might be coming in here to try and leech a little bit of experience. And having a look at the last hits and denies, 33 to 30, well 33, 33, 31, but this Temporal Assassin was just shut down completely. Moving towards the jungle now, no stacks up in the jungle either for her. And it does seem like Disruptor might want to try and actually go for those stacks. And Cloud, what is he going to be going for next? I mean, he does have a bottle up. Okay, he does have a bottle up. I think that's actually coming to him on the courier as well. No idea why he's not going for his full trenches yet. So the game sort of just calmed down a little bit. I mean, there was quite a few early kills. There's a double damage rune coming through here now, which Atmosphere will ping. And there's no vision up here for the side of VNR. So this might actually be go time for them to try and get a kill. I mean, going for a kill on this Lich should be pretty damn easy. He's not level 6. Just go for the snowball, dive it. But a lot of rotations coming through. Cloud's actually going to be the one to pick up this double damage rune. We will be seeing some sort of engagement rotation coming through on the middle lane. Let's have a look here right now, guys. Here it is. Cloud, full 5-man group up here on the mid side. So, well, here comes the cavalry. Lina's back. Working towards that Yule Scepter, of course. Anyone else coming in? Just yet. Disruptor moving away. So it's only 4 heroes, 3 heroes here in the middle, in the mid side now. Both cores, as well as Modays really catching off the Lina. I don't think they will be able to get the kill. The problem is, sorry guys, you waited too long. Lich is level 6. Enjoy the Lich ultimate, the Chain Frost. Of course, Chain Frost was also buffed a little bit. And this is going to be dangerous. They are actually going to, I think, go in for a snowball, or are they just sending... I think they're actually just sending Nara top. I mean, Nara should be okay-ish up against Spirit Breaker. What level's Nara? Level 6 versus offlane level 7 Spirit Breaker and a level 7 Night Stalker. So Spirit Breaker, Night Stalker doing both basically even in regards with last hits. Having a quick look, both of them are sitting on one kill apiece. So the offlane is doing quite well, I have to say. Let's see here. Yeah, it's just Nara moving towards the top lane. Cloud's moving towards mid. I mean, he should be able to, you know, secure this middle lane quite well and just keep this mid lane pushed up. I mean, Death Note will constantly have to use his bottle to keep up against the mass Plague Horde spam. But bottom lane, there is actually an engagement here onto Atmosphere. Surprise, no quick TPs coming in as soon as they saw that. So at this point though, 5 and 2 going the way of Newbie. I mean, Newbie playing extremely well. Ach, not Newbie, VNR, sorry. VNR playing extremely well here. Pushing out this bottom lane. The Glyph is actually used. Modays does have a snowball if he wants to go in. There is a Charge of Darkness away if they really want to use it. And Disruptor dying once again. Sorry, but this Disruptor's not been having a very good game here, guys. It's quite early in the morning here in South Africa, so perhaps just waking up a little bit. But the double damage rune has been popped on the Venom Monster. Are we going to see any kind of engagement? Is the Lich here? Nope. And unfortunately, CY not being caught out by the shards of Modays, and otherwise they probably would have just got in. There's still no Poison Nova up. I mean, Poison Nova was recently buffed, duration 16 seconds across the board instead of 12 seconds, 14, 16, or 10, 12, 14, 16. Can't exactly remember. 12, 14, 16.
Tower is under attack.
But look at the stacks here from Veneration. Stacked up, stacked up. No stacks there. No stacks there. So they've at least got a few stacks up. And the same with iFg at this point. They're starting slowly but surely. There's the stacks that I was talking about. And this is going to help out Nara a lot. Let's quickly have a look here. So Nara currently sitting, well, already, you know, caught up significantly by just farming in the jungle. Looking at the net worth, still sitting 4th in the net worth, but I mean, after that huge shutdown, just moving towards the jungle, this is what can basically happen. But middle lane, oh, the charges there, instant TP by the Disruptor this time. And is he going to be able to get the glimpse? Is he going to be able to get the glimpse? No, no high ground vision. No! Poor Disruptor. Unfortunately, well, I do hear a charge. Where's the charge coming? Charge is actually going here onto Cloud on the bottom lane. So, let's quickly have a look. There you go. The charge actually, I'm sorry, I wasn't focusing on that one. The stun was on from Broker as well. Cloud, well, he's just going to drop these. Well, the TPs are coming in. The thing is, you're pushing over on your core Venom without any vision here. Not the smartest thing to do, and well, they have dropped a ward. No, they actually have no wards. They only have one ward top. So the supports, I mean, from iFg, they really need to put down wards. And well, Atmosphere, his base regen will really need to come into play right now.
Top tower is under attack.
He's juking it around. He's juking it around. Is he going to be able to? There's the stun. And unfortunately, the side of iFg just going on full tilt at this point. And I have to give it to VNR. They're playing extremely well. They have vision of up where they need it, which is mid lane because they're pushing up. I just think that they need a little bit more from the side of iFg. Group up, go for the kills. Every time they are close for it, and they should go in. Like now, go for it, guys, go for it. And there's the ultimate being thrown here by the Venom Monster and the support. Well, that was a very good snowball steal coming in and actually saving them. But the Echo Slam! The Echo Slam! And well, anything else? I mean, just look at... Oh, is it actually going to die? Are they going to be able to get the kill? No! Yes, no! 2 HP! 22 HP!
Dire's bottom tower.
There was just no follow-up from the team, unfortunately. That's the problem. I think iFg are playing so far on the back foot right now. It's just... they're too scared to do anything. You go in, you get the pick, you get out. And very well played to VNR. I mean, calling in the cavalry, getting the good stuns off. The Echo Slams were used. Well, tremendous play coming through from their side. 10 process and still busy farming up, but look at that. Already nearly tied up with the safe lane Cloud up on the Venom Monster. And just under 1,000 gold behind the side of VNR. So these stacks really helping them out quite a lot. But of course, VNR have their own stacks that they can fall back on. My throat's not lasting. Oh wait, actually, we might see an engagement here. This is going to be very bad. The smoke, and he just under his blink. So, well, support's coming in. They're actually trying to still go on him. Is he going to be able to use the melt? Unfortunately, he doesn't use the melt. He can't get out of that one. Multiple TPs coming in. The charge was instantly cast as well. VNR just playing on the back foot, and VNR, yes, VNR had the advantage. I probably would have given them a 60-40, maybe a little bit higher 65-35 advantage towards this game. And I'm very glad that, well, I'm very glad that I am wrong so far, because this means that we might even see 3 games. We might see the full 3 games coming through from these teams. Tusk seriously needs his level 6. There, he's hit it. I mean, having a look quickly at the levels, just to show you the big difference. 10 10, 9 9, 8 8, 8 8, 8 6 5. Disruptor not having level 6 is really costing them. This movement where they were up with the Venom Monster on the top lane the whole time, I don't completely agree with that, because Venom Monster should be able to hold their own semi up against a Spirit Breaker, and the Spirit Breaker was getting so much anyway. They were just stealing experience and gold, where they probably could have tried to move around, group around, wrap around to bottom lane, I think. But let's have a look now. They do want to go here. The lines are drawn out. Revoker, oh, this is going to be very bad for him if he does go. The stun is actually used. Are they do know the fissure's off cooldown now. And there you go. Atmosphere going straight in onto Revoker. The nuke's there. The snowball's coming in. Is the shard going to be used as well? No shard just used just yet. And the Echo Slam! They're just waiting too long with their spells. That's going to be another kill going the way of VNR. The guys from iFg, they're from the beginning, from this top lane right here, with the Disruptor, they keep on waiting. They think they have the kill instead of securing the kill, and they don't have the kill, and then they just get echo dunked to their face. iFg playing tremendously well. VNR playing tremendously well, I have to say, and really punishing the side of iFg for all the mistakes. Spirit Breaker? Is there more TPs coming in? Are they going to go on Spirit Breaker? The roll is there actually going to be an ice shot? No ice shot this time around. The Aura's Punch is there. Unfortunately, only going to be able to get the 1 kill. And I think, well, that's already 1 trade-off. Are they going to be able to get more? Here's the blink on the Temporal Assassin. And, well, that's a 1-for-1 trade-off. I think any kind of trade-off at this point, they are really going to like. They're going to enjoy. So, quickly have a look here. What else is coming up? I mean, normally with a Temporal Assassin that's doing well, you will see her building into a Deso first and then a Blink. But because the Temporal Assassin was just getting hammered in the middle lane, she was forced to go with that, you know, Blink, and it's still going to take a while for her Deso to come online. No vision up still, only very defensive around this middle lane for the side of iFg, so Temporal Assassin has to be very careful here on the bottom lane that she doesn't get charged. I think iFg need to try and smoke up, go for a pick off somewhere. But charges coming through on Nara. She won't know this, but I think, yeah, she decides to back off completely. Oh, let me actually put some music pack, where's the music? Just that soft background music with dead mouse and you know, music pack. Don't know if you guys can hear it on stream, but it sounds good. It sounds good. Cloud struggling to actually get his items up right now, still sitting at 2,400 gold. Does have a hand of fighter stuff if need be. I mean, normally what you see with Venom monsters, especially if they're playing a core role, is they sit in one lane solo. They just stack up and keep the lanes out with, you know, playing wards. And then around the 20-minute mark, they should be able to actually go for the engagement and, you know, go for the team fight, because they have the levels. They have the level advantage, they have the gold advantage because they're solo in lane. But iFg's just been standing around the VNR way too much. I mean, VNR hasn't, died twice. It's not that bad. Unfortunately, well, Disruptor has DC'd, and the pause is coming through right now as well. So guys, just a quick thanks to Gigabyte, our sponsor for this tournament, the South African Gigabyte Dota 2 Challenge. It's huge, it's big, it's amazing that you know that they're trying to grow the scene so much here in South Africa. Thanks to Dota 2 Lounge for listing our games as well. Join Dota has even listed the games on their side. Ghost of Gamer's done a really nice article on us. Those are just some of the international sites. MWeb, Lazy Gamer, SA Gamer, all the guys from South Africa, my broadband, supporting us as well. It's been tremendous so far. Check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/navgamingtv or facebook.com/redditdota. That's my personal page. Check me out, like my page, hate me, flame me, blame me. I mean, all my casts I usually try and remember to post up there. And just so that you guys know, there is a confirmed bug on all these South African servers with the Reborn update that caused literally every single one of the South African servers to, when you're done with the server, for example, when a game is finished and you know, the server's supposed to go back into the pool, that doesn't happen on the South African servers. Valve has to go and manually refresh them every single time. The DCs coming through is a known issue as well, that's linked to that. So this is one of the things that keeps it happening on the Reborn servers here in South Africa. Valve's only going to be looking into it most likely next week. So sorry about that one. But yeah, let's just quickly try and find out what's happening here. So thanks a lot for joining in, guys. Who's leading? For those of you guys that are asking who's leading, I mean, Dota's a pretty easy game to see. You can look on top, it's 14-4. Let's have a look at the net worth quickly. Not as big as I would have thought. Okay, hold on, guys. It's only roughly a 3,000 gold lead. That's not a lot of 20 minutes in. Experience-wise, though, is quite a different story. But gold lead, I'm pleasantly surprised here. iFg still keeping it in, well, you know, in their grasp, but VNR just playing so well. Oh, game's underway right now. Quickly take a sip of water before any action starts, because I think bottom we might be seeing some action quite soon. Nora decides to GTFO out of there. Are there any more stacks coming through? No, just dewarding happening. Another stack up here. So all of a sudden, iFg just stacking for Nara the whole time. I mean, she really needs that. As soon as she gets her Deso up, she'll most likely be going into a BKB. Sure, the BKB is not going to help up against a... Oh, no. This is big. This is extremely big coming from Death Note. 200 gold, then Death Note has his axe. And I mean, even if you do have a BKB up on Temporal Assassin, the only thing that's going to protect you is your refraction. So you have to try and time your refraction so that the Laguna Blade doesn't actually hit.
Nothing to burn.
And Laguna Blade luckily does have a cast animation, so you should be able to see that if you aren't stunned up first. So if you run around with the BKB, they can't stun you. Then all of a sudden, you see the Luna or the Lina start to Laguna you. Oh, stealing sentries. Stealing sentries since 1988. That's a pro player.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, we are seeing an engagement here. The shards are actually being thrown out, unfortunately not landing on Death Note. The BKB was used. Well, they're actually going straight in deep, and I think Lina might be in big trouble right now. She will be the first one to drop, and now are they going to turn around? Razor is in trouble now. It's a 1-4 on trade-off at this point. I think they'll be very happy with that. The attacks are going in straight onto, but the double stun! The double stun, is it going to be, well, are they going to try and use anything? There's the melt, but unfortunately right on top of the sentry ward, CY is going to be the next one to drop, but there's the ultimate coming through! Killing both players! Lich ulti bouncing, and Cloud's in big trouble right now. The sun actually not landing. He does get charged up, but I think this might just be him dying as well. The positioning, oh, that's at 70%. This time it's pseudo-random. Oh, is there going to be anything else? Oh, there's the sports. Are they going to be able to get the slow in? And there's the glimpse. There's the glimpse. Oh, unfortunately, this might actually just cost Cloud his life. Nope. And that's the kill secure. So, a very back and forth fight. I mean, what looked to be amazing for iFg, just the stunts from this Earthshaker, I have to say, have just been so damn good. He's been waiting in the back lines the whole time, waiting for the entire engagement to happen here. The guys are running in, out, across, everywhere, blah, blah, blah. He waits, gets a perfect 3-man fissure every single time. And that 3-man fissure is just giving the Razor so much, giving CY so much room to just, let the Eye of the Storm go to work. I mean, the Lina was out of that fight completely, and they still managed to, well, as you can see, they did drop a little bit in net worth, but they still managed to trade evenly. The only reason why they, why iFg got so much out of that is because VNR was so far ahead. So, VNR is, Veneration is Radiant, guys. You guys can have a look at, I mean, see on screen, dude. Veneration, Radiant, iFg. So, Veneration is VNR, i.e. Veneration, VNR. iFg is Infinity Gaming, i.e. iFg, i.e. Infinity Gaming. So, oh, actually going straight in. The Desto's up after that fight. Are they going to be able to get this? They have to be careful. Run the there. No, it's just going to be a solo. I mean, you should actually expect this around the 17-minute mark to have Blink and 17-18 minute and Desto up if you have a good lane. But yes, Temporal Assassin with level 4 refraction can solo rush quite easily with that. So I mean, have a look at minus 10 armor just being stacked up the whole time. And well, are these stacks going the way of them? Nope. There's absolutely no stacks. So they actually have farmed the stacks on their own side. And GGT Temporal Assassin getting the rush up now for the team. So this is actually going to be very good for them. They should be able to take a team fight, have the Temporal Assassin be in the front lines, blink in, go crazy, come back, and then have the rest of the team engage. But I think they'll just be going here for the tower pushes. They need to try and secure a little bit more. 0-0 score. And yep, they have Clip once again. They're sacking this top lane. I'm not surprised. They do have Aegis, so they will be just trying to push out the lanes as much as possible. Try and go for a counter. But VNR decide, well, we have Ags up on Razor. Other stores just been used. We can push faster than you can, and I do agree with them. Oh, the support's coming back. All TPs are coming back right now. Is Cloud going to be able to get in there? He does have a Aghanim Scepter ultimate coming up. Here's the engagement. Where is the Templar Assassin? Still, Templar Assassin needs to get in there. They needed to go. They needed to go. They lost their opportunity. They should have gone in straight there, but no idea why. I mean, that was the perfect time for them to go in. They have a Ags up on the Venom. They have a Templar Assassin with buyback and Aegis. I honestly think they just lost, well, they just threw away a very big opportunity to try and force that engagement on the top lane. Maybe Veno is, what? Yeah, there's the blink. I think they might have been waiting for the blink up in Veno, which they do have now. So you almost likely see them trying to push up and force the fight coming through now. But here's the charge coming through onto Atmosphere. Is Atmosphere actually going to be glimpsed up? No glimpse. Shame. The Sporter's Rupture has to be everywhere and is so poor. Guys, read.
Double damage.
I just love it how people can't, like, yeah. Anyway, Death Note's being pinged out right now. Does have his Ags up, 1,700. Might be going into a blink, might be going into something else. The, oh wait, this might be big. There's the Echo Slam onto 3 heroes, but of course, well, that's an instant pick off on one. And unfortunately, it's a very bad fight, but they do want to go on. Oh no! The Lich Ultimate actually being used. Now, the Templar Assassins actually going ham. This is what Templar Assassins can do. All of a sudden, what started off as a huge engagement for the side of the Veneration, with this Templar Assassin Blink Deso, it's just gone completely pear-shaped. And CY just pushing out the bottom lane. He has to get out of that. Well, he has to try and do something. Are we going to see a TP back? There's no TP here for Templar Assassin. And Razor actually sees that. Are they going to be able to... Oh, not trapped just yet. They want to go for the kill. The Other Storm is off, so I think they might be able to just save your stun until the TPs actually start. Oh, no, there's the stun, and then he's just going to TP out straight away. But the snowball hits! CY might be in big trouble here. He does go Ultimate Daze, does get the kill, and unfortunately, well, I think he's going to go now for even more. The communication here coming through from the side of... well, where's the TA? TA is just busy farming up. The communication coming through from the side of iFg, unfortunately, just not getting it. And, well, there's a huge stack coming right now. Templar Assassin has paused. So, for those of you guys watching, thanks so much for all the support. Thanks so much for everything else. For those of you guys on stream, just check the score. I need to actually edit the stream score. Man. Edit the stream score, edit the stream score, edit the stream score. Where's that? Input commands. Oh, wait, we are still engaged that you're on to Spirit Breaker. Yeah. Buddy, I think you're dead, man. Oh, one hit coming through from the TA. I'll just quickly... Give me a second, guys. Sorry for this. Edit. Auto message. Time. Let's just make it to 5 minutes. Oop. Sorry about this. I just need to get the auto message on the stream for everyone so that the guys can see. Yeah. Oh wait, Moobot's offline. That's why. Well. But let's continue on casting right now, guys. Thanks a lot for joining the 600 viewers that are on stream. You guys are freaking awesome, and everyone in game as well, you know, supporting us. You know, without you guys, we wouldn't be doing this. And let's see what's happening right now. We are deciding to push it for the bottom lane. The Aegis is still up, so I mean, all of a sudden, iFg looking extremely strong. iFg has actually taken the gold lead for the first time in the game. Experience lead is back to even, 21 and 11 But this game's even, completely even, and
Dire's structures
is,
are
well, the
fortified.
problem here though is the Aegis has actually expired, so there's going to be a very difficult engagement for them. Death Note busy TPing back. They will perhaps scout this out, and they do decide to back off. Might just go for the tier 2s, for the tier 2 mid. No, they still want to push this.
Dire's middle tower is under
Templar Assassin does have a Sanjay Yashab, is quite strong at this point. And starting to get a glimpse, thinking that maybe maybe Death Note actually TP'd in straight away. They do know that he did not. Charge is coming in onto the Spirit Breaker, but Spirit Breaker just dies instantly. And unfortunately, the Lich ultimate not doing anything either. Lich is going to drop. The snowball is actually used, saving him a little bit of time. The Echo Slam! This stance coming through. Huge plays. Unfortunately, Templar Assassin might actually drop from this one as well. That the patience from the Earthshaker. The dunks catching everyone. And I'm not quite sure that Tusk Snowball might have actually just cost them that fight. Giving a little bit more time. They grouped up after that. What a play coming through. MVP so far this game for the side of Veneration has been Revoker. He's just been playing out of his mind, sick the whole time. Waiting patiently, actually going now for that Ags refresh up on the Earthshaker. And getting that kill on the Temporal Assassin, I mean, that was huge. Who actually got that one? Well, 500 gold going the way of Lina. I mean, well, you couldn't ask for anything better. We'll be working slowly but surely towards that sheep stick, most likely, that Scythe of Vice. Lots of wards being picked up now by both teams. And oh, what's being used all the time? It's just the empowering haste of the Spirit Breaker. I'm actually glad to see that the guys are going to do this.
Tower is under attack.
So 24 to 13, it was a 21-11, a 3-for-2 trade-off in the last one. Not a bad trade-off. 21, so it's 3 heroes. They actually got 3, iFg got 3 kills. And no, iFg got 2 kills and VNR got 3 kills. So it was a nearly even trade, but still going heavy in the favor. And this is what I like seeing. A quick smoke up as soon as you got the advantage a little bit. Cloud might be in big trouble. They're actually busy roaming through the jungle right now. They won't pick up anyone. They will see Cloud. Are they going to move in on him? The rest of his team's actually coming in, going for the stacks. Let's have a look here. Are we seeing the engagement onto Cloud? He actually will scout out everyone and just will back off. So the Russian time is actually fixed, so Rosh might be up soon. Let's have a look. Probably going to be in around 30 seconds, then we'll know what's going to happen. The entire team of iFg just standing here on high ground. I mean, they want to try and engage. They're waiting for the engagement to come. Is it going to be a backstab by Nora? I think it just might. Does she have no buyback for Nora? She actually bought the Ogre Club. She won't have buyback. This is extremely dangerous for her. I mean, they have to back out. And things are just looking good here for the side of Veneration. So if you guys bet on VNR, you guys are hoping for a win. For those of you guys betting on iFg, I think iFg has the slight advantage. Well, there's the glimpse onto Razor. Unfortunately, not going to last or not going to land. Because Razor having a little bit of an off game right now.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Let's have a quick look moving forward. Who's going to win? Just a quick update. BZK versus Duck. It's 17-13 at this point. Very close game coming up from them. But here, let's continue. Let's actually focus on our game. Death Note actually might get a kill on Modays. No. And Rosh is up. Perfect timing. They'll be able to get this Rosh without anyone, without any contest. And this might be high ground for them. I mean, this game is so damn close. I know it looks like 24-14. But this is so damn close. Look at the gold lead. There's nothing in this game. 2,500 gold. They will have Aegis right now. And that will, of course, boost them a little bit. Experience-wise, it's also 2,500. This game is dead even. It is a race to see who's going to win, who's going to last. Well, I just hope they don't go back to farming and waste the ages like they did the first time around, which is probably just waiting for that BKB all in on the Temporal Assassin. I think that's most likely what's going to happen. She'll have that after this one Creep Wave and Ancients. Yeah, there, well, actually just a Creep Wave. And well, I think they'll wait for the BKB to come through before they actually engage. But Temporal Assassin might... They're not gonna... Nope. So no buyback here for the Temporal Assassin, guys. No buyback at all. But she's just pushing down. There is a glyph available. I do like... Oh! See why actually getting caught out. I do like that VNR just playing it patiently, holding on the whole time, knowing that, you know, if they use the glyph now, it's nearly a guaranteed racks after that. So here's the BKB on its way, and Spirit Breaker just doing Spirit Breaker things, busy trying to split push, staying on the other side of the map, and BKB is picked up right now. So guys, we might see the engagement coming through on the next Creep Wave. Oh, no, there you go. Nice Stalker's actually used his Darkness, does have an Aghanim Scepter up, trying to pull the creeps off. Oh, this is clever play coming through from the side of iFg, keeping the creeps over here, waiting for their creeps to actually come in. It's actually a pretty long wait. It's like creepy the creep, dude. Where the hell are you? Hurry up! And here we go, pushing onto the tier 2 tower. Trying to clear out the creep waves as quickly as possible. Nora will get this tower. Goes deny attempt from CY. Are they going to back up of this or just move towards the bottom lane? They do have 2 siege creeps, but unfortunately, no, they just move out. So IFG playing a little bit scared, playing from behind. Maybe wanting to try and go for that pick off, but top lane's already deep it out. And I mean, just have a look at this. Top tower has actually fallen. IFG has the advantage with Aegis right now. It's completely even in gold. It's completely even in experience. But just because you see 24-14, you think you are so far behind, and the mental game kicks in. You start thinking, oh wait, we're behind. We should not press the advantage. It's complete even right now. As in, completely even. Well, it just seems like they want to farm up more at this point. Smoke's being purchased once again here by IFG. And, I mean, they do like doing this. As soon as the waves start pushing out a little bit, they'll smoke up. And we might see an engagement on top lane. Hopefully this one will work out better than the previous ones. Atmosphere is busy going towards them. Cloud as well. Cloud does have a level 3 ultimate up. He does have buyback. I think the big thing here is the buyback. Oh, no, wait. Atmosphere actually cancels it straight away. But there's the kinetic field. A big disruption ulti, but unfortunately not lasting. Actually don't know where to focus right now. The task is going in. Who are they going on to? Temporal Assassin does have BKB if she really wants to use it. There's the BKB was actually used, but unfortunately, who's gonna make this? Who's going to take this one? Nara might be in big trouble trying to go up against the Razor at this point. She does have an Aegis, and Razor might be the next one to die. One more hit coming through, needed by Atmosphere. This is going horribly wrong for the side of VNR. That Aegis advantage. 4-4-2 trade-off. I mean, well, let's have a quick look at buybacks. They all have, well, Lina has buyback. That's at least good. Razor has buyback. So they can buyback. It was just, what a fight coming through. So much back and forth. Well, there's the first buyback from the Lina. They can still go. They can still push. Are we just going to see a big jump? There's the jump. If this is going to be a dieback, is there going to be anything? There's the silence. If this is a dieback, this is going to be huge. Death Note! Death Note is down! Death Note's down. Now they want to turn around, going straight onto the Sprint Breaker. They have dove quite far, and, well, here comes the rest of the team actually pushing in as much as possible. Now, well, is there a Lich Frost coming through? The slow was used by the Temporal Assassin. That was a dieback though on the Lina. Unfortunately, they can't capitalize any further on top of that. Oh, okay. So guys, let's back off and reset right now. This game is, I mean, it's just crazy. These two teams battling it out. Having a look now, it's 3,000. Yeah, 3,000 gold lead for the side of IFG. They're 26-19 down, but they have the gold advantage. Oh, wow, what? Before we actually go on that one, what? Sorry. Gold advantage is sitting at 8,000 in favor of IFG. 26-19. Guys, that's why you never give up. You don't look at the score the whole time. If you look at the score, and you're going to see 26-7, you're 19, you're still behind quite a bit. And I mean, they were 5k netted behind, but they still came back. And 7.5 experience as well. This game's completely flipped around from VNR having the advantage to iFg. You know, you couldn't have asked for a better game. Let's have a look right now coming through here. Deep wards being placed by the side of iFg. I think they might just wait for the next rush. We will know in around 2 minutes.
Go for the
2 minutes when the next rush will be up. And they're just going to keep the lanes pressured out the whole time. I would not be surprised if we do see a Boots of Travel coming up on Venomance as soon as she has enough gold for buyback as well. We will start seeing Boots of Travels up most likely for a few of the other heroes like the Temporal Assassin. But Temporal Assassin going now towards that butterfly. Let's quickly run through all the items. Lina at this point still heading towards that sheep stick. I mean, she's been trying to build this for quite a while. She, the side of IFG's just been shutting her down extremely well. Earthshaker does have that Aghanim Scepter up, only level 2, so as soon as he gets this level 3, it's going to do quite a bit of damage. And they actually do scout out Revoker. Are they going to be able to get that pick up? Revoker is going to go. He's actually silenced up. He's down for the count. He's down for the count. No buyback on the Earthshaker. This might just be high ground. Lich does have a blink up to engage quick quite early. Spirit Breaker has a full Sun Gem. Most likely will be boarding towards that Heaven's Halberd. Razor has a... No, they're just going for a trade-off here. And I think if this is going to come down to a base race, I actually don't know who has this. I think this will be a base race. There's no glyph coming up here from the side of VNR. Busy moving towards the top lane. Is there a glyph up here for the side? No glyphs up either for this side. Well, I think they're just trying to delay as much as possible. Death Note actually will go down on top of this, and bottom lane or top lane, the push is continuing. The charge is coming out here from the Spirit Breaker, but the push continues down to top lane. See why he does not have his ultimate out anymore. They only managed to get the 1 kill. He is being clipped back. Meanwhile, back on top lane, they're still going for the racks. And looking on top lane, CY might actually get the kill onto Cloud. One more hit coming through. Is CY going to be able to get this one? No. Now down to top lane here. They do manage to get the kill. And top lane that side, and he gets the kill. Cloud manages to get the kill up on the Razor. There's no buyback. I think they'll just go straight down mid. What a game. What is happening here, guys? I mean, normally you'll like see a base race or a racks race, but not on the same lane happening at the same time. I'm quite surprised that Temporal Assassin is actually not just pushing down middle. But maybe waiting for the next rush. We will find out within the next minute or so when rush is coming up. I mean, what a game coming through from both of these two teams. It's been insane. I just have to say, I mean, the pressure, whoever loses here, guys, is out of the South African Gigabyte Dota 2 challenge. And yeah, so whoever loses this is out of the South African Gigabyte Dota 2 challenge. This is a loser bracket matchup right here. This is one, this is the tail of the tape. Both of these two teams always, they've always been clashing. A lot of these guys have played together. A lot of these guys have then split up from teams. But $2,000 in cold hard cash up for grabs, thanks to Gigabyte, the sponsor of this tournament. NavTV, of course, hosting this event. So check them out, navtv.co.za. Well, we do see the nighttime actually being cast. It is a Aghanim Scepter nighttime, so of course will last quite a while. And of course, Nara. I think they should just wait for Rush. There's Rush is up. They're backing off instantly. I think with this, they might just be able to finish the game. Unless, I mean, unfortunately, that in a previous game, that previous engagement, the Earthshaker was picked off. The Earthshaker is level 60 now. This is a 270 initial damage, and this causes each initial hero to echo twice. That's 70 extra damage on each hero that builds up on top. So that could be roughly 750, because 70 times by 5, that will bounce between each other. That is 350 times 2, so that's 700. This could be a 1,000 damage Echo Slam coming through on top of a 260 stun, so that's 1260 on top of a 100. This could be a 1400 damage nuke combo coming through from the Earthshaker. Sure, it might not be able to instant pop someone, maybe the Disruptor, but of course with a little bit of magic resist. But it will basically put at least everyone on half HP except for TA if TA does have Melda. But let's have a look now. TA is just so damn rich. I think they're just going to be pushing in. Ooh, actually being smoked up behind the entire team. It's just these two. Nara, well, there you go. The ultimate is used, the darkness is used, and stuns actually there. They are engaging. They're going quite deep. They're actually going straight in onto Razor right now. Razor will have buyback, but everything's being thrown on top of Temporal Assassin. Temporal Assassin is actually using his BKB right now, and well, there. What? Come on! Actually managing to blink out of that one. Now the charge is straight onto Cloud. I don't think they'll be able to kill Cloud. Well, actually, yes. And it was Cloud that had the Aegis. Sorry. Fortunately, I did not scout that. Let's have a look at the next person to drop down. Now, it is a Temporal Assassin blinking straight in. We'll get that crit or that meld. Sorry. That meld strike of an ultra kill. Unfortunately, is he going to go for a rampage? Come on, give him a rampage, guys. Give him a rampage. I think he wants to give him a rampage. Yes, he's going to give him a Echo Slam being used. I think the rampage timer is off. No rampage! No rampage! No rampage! iFg taking this game 1-0. What a game coming through. Thanks so much for you guys watching. Oh, this game has just been a sick, guys. Just like stay tuned. Stay tuned. We will be getting there. We will be coming back with game number 2 shortly. Hopefully game 2 has everything that game 1 had. It has been insane, incredible, guys. So stay tuned for those of you guys watching in game. I'll see you guys in a couple of minutes. For those of you guys watching on stream, what a game. Thanks so much. And I mean, we'll be no, let's quickly just create the new lobby quickly while the guys are here. We'll be back shortly. Stay tuned. Once a few ads. I mean, we have to pay the bills somehow. Gigabyte, special thanks to you guys. It's been insane. Give us 5 minutes. We'll be back with game number 2 shortly. I mean, wow.
Horus.
Well guys, we're back for game number 2 between iFg and Veneration. What a game 1. I mean, that was completely ridiculous. Veneration with a 5k lead, dropping, coming back, iFg coming back, losing it a bit, coming back. It was just so much back and forth, but well played to iFg. That is Infinity Gaming for actually winning game number 1. I mean, it was crazy, to be honest. I did not expect that kind of comeback. But I mean, that's what happens with the Temporal Assassin. As soon as you get Blink Deso, you can just start going ham and start going crazy. And well, we've joined while the draft's already well underway. Just quickly make sure the stream is up and I'm unmuted, because sometimes I do get to unmute myself, and I have unmuted myself, so yeah, you guys should be able to hear me. Jumping straight into the draft, iFg banning out that Earthshaker, and we saw in game 1 why Earthshaker is a very common first phase ban in the South African scene. Tusk being banned out after that by iFg, Winter Wyvern and Lina also being banned, but Shadow Fiend was the first pickup here for iFg. Veneration actually chose the side of Radiant over first pick for this game. Clockwork and Windranger, heavy initiating heroes coming through from VNR, giving them the Shadow Fiend and the Undying. So they will initiate, but they'll be initiating on top of a Tombstone with a lot of slow. Windranger, of course, can pick that Tombstone off if she uses her Focus Fire on the Tombstone, but then who else do you use it on? Undying was buffed up tremendously in the last patch with let's actually quickly read through the patch notes so that you guys can see. Remaining. Undying, where is he? There you go. Aghanim Scepter no longer improves Flesh Golem. Previously it increased damage, amplification and heal, but it increases decay, strength, steel from 4 to 10. That is a free Ogre Club every decay. I mean, it's pretty ridiculous. Sure, the zombie attacks have been reduced a little bit. Zombies now require a constant number of attacks to be destroyed. So it's either 7 attacks from heroes, or well, 3, 4, 5 and 7, or 6, 8, 10 and 14 from creeps. Soul Rip can now restore 4 health to Tombstone. 1, 2, 3 and 4.
Radiant team.
So Undying being buffed, a little bit of nerfs, but I see it more as a huge buff coming through from the Undying itself. Bounty Hounds are still in the pick here, guys. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Bounty Hunter pick up here from either Veneration or iFg, but the Spectre was banned out. To explain previously, how Spectre now works is a little bit differently. He returns damage first with his dispersion, and then he only takes the damage. So if you have something like a Vanguard up, and you take damage, it will first return a percentage of the damage, then it will reduce it and then apply it to yourself. So quite a big change there on the Spectre. It's very, very strong. That's why you do see Spectre bans constantly now. And of course the Witch Doctor ward of course doesn't bounce anymore at level 16 once at least, but it does I think at level 16 there's a 30 extra damage per death ward proc, so big buff on that one as well, and the ban out. So Veneration taking quite a bit of time here on their last pick. We've actually caught up now to everything.
Dire team pick.
Well, the game is underway now for those of you guys that have just joined us. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Reddit. I'm a caster for Nav TV. Thanks to Gigabyte, of course, for sponsoring this tournament. $2,000 in cold hard cash up for grabs. 1,000 for first, 600 for second, 400 for third. I mean, this is a huge comp for the South African scene, and it's only a 1-week competition. 8 teams were invited. 16 other teams went through a online qualifier that took place last weekend. Both VNR and iFg were part of the invited teams. It says the loser bracket right now, thanks to Dota 2 Lounge as well for listing the games. Join Dota as well for listing the games. Goes to Gamer for doing the articles as well as everyone else involved. This tournament is hosted by NAV TV. Check us out, www.navtv.co.za, navtv.co.za, facebook.com/Reddit Dota. That's me. I think I've plugged everyone right now. Let's go back straight into the game. Bounce Chance has not been picked up yet. Drow was banned out. Temporal Assassin banned out from iFg. After that, it was a Dazzle pickup here, followed by Beastmaster, Ogre, Magi, and Lifestealer. Now, Lifestealer, you can actually infest Ancients right now. So that's a big change to Lifestealer, to the way Lifestealer works, and can help with a push. Now, with a Shadow, well, can help with everything, because depending on what Ancient you actually get, you can either reduce damage, reduce armor, increase HP, with a percentage. It's quite a big change. Now, are we going to see it's probably going to be a mid Shadow Fiend, offlane Beastmaster, maybe with an Undying combo, Undying Beastmaster +1, not quite sure. VNR thinks they might be going aggressive. Some the line picks there, Huskar being banned out as well. Quite a lot of magical damage that can come through. Actually not a lot, so not quite sure why they banned out the Huskar. I mean, the Lifestealer, the more HP you have, the worse you do up against a Lifestealer. So Lifestealer can take on a Huskar in certain cases. Of course, your ultimate of the Huskar does go through BKB and does go through Rage.
10 seconds remaining.
But a lot of right click, a lot of team fight potential and initiation from iFg, but as well from the side of Veneration. I mean, both of these two drafts playing towards the new meta that will be up. I mean, we all didn't think that there was going to be so many changes. That there was going to be so many changes after, well, in 6.85, but it seems like there are. And Weaver being picked up by Veneration. So a lot of mobility with the Wind Ranger, with the Clockwork, with the Weaver, and of course the save on the Dazzle. But iFg playing what? Okay, so this is going to be a support Lifestealer, it seems. With a support Undying, a mid Shadow Fiend, an off-lane Beastmaster. So jungle Lifestealer perhaps? Well, we'll have a look at how they're actually going to be laning this one right now. Extremely greedy coming through from the side of iFg. Before the game starts, let me just drink some water quickly.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So let's quickly have a look at what happened on the other game that's also there. Oh, just a quick pause, so that will give me time to switch overlays. And give you guys a quick update on what's been happening on the other game that we have running right now. I think BZK beat Duck in game number 1. Apparently it was a very, very tough game. And let's quickly have a look at what's happening in game number 2. Just to give you guys a quick update. Well, it seems like they're still in the drafting phase at this point. Winter Wyvern, Clockwork, Lion, Phantom Lancer on Duck side. Earthshaker, Tusk, Queen of Pain, Scarlet Mage on the side of BZK Pirates. So, but yeah, our game's still paused. I wonder why. Oh, Lifesteal is disconnecting and reconnecting. Seems like a lot of people have. Yeah, this is the initial reconnect bug. This time it hasn't actually touched me. Now, remember in game number 1, it like kicked me out 3 or 4, well, I think 2 times before I actually managed to reconnect. So let's see here. The goes have been said. Let's quickly introduce the side of iFg. They won game number 1, guys. So Nara's playing on the Shadow Fiend, Cloud on the Carry Juggernaut. It is going to be Atmosphere on the Beastmaster, Modays are running on Undying, and Trackers on Lifestealer. From the side of VNR, it's going to be Safe Lane Clockwork here, being played by Death Raven. Middle lane, Death Notes being played by Windrunner. Revoker is running the Ogre Magi. Speaker, Mr. Speaker on the Dazzle. And I missed someone. Toplet, there you go. There's going to be CY on the Carry Weaver. This time though, iFg actually making a rotation, moving together, because this is where they got picked off the last time around, moving in straight there. And a very deep ward being placed, so they can look, they can scout out. Well guys, game number 2, thanks so much for joining. Looking at the draft, I mean, if this does go late, iFg of course has the advantage. But it's an extremely greedy lineup. And if VNR, they've got a more early game centered lineup. I mean, the Windrunner can go late, the Weaver can go late. But I think VNR will most likely be prioritizing their item builds to go for a mid-game build here up against iFg's late game. And if they can pull that off, they might be able to win this one. So mid-game goes in favor, I think, of VNR. Late game, however, completely in favor of iFg. Keep in mind, though, there's always that tombstone. But a early level up in Decay, quite an early pick. I mean, normally you'd wait, but, you know, I think he picked that up after knowing that there wasn't going to be an engagement here on top. The bottom bounty ruin still hasn't been picked up. I think this is the first that I've ever seen. Oh, scout it out, scout it out. Hey, bounty ruin, I see you. And I think the Hawk is probably just going to scout this out for a while. So, Clockwork versus Beastmaster is going to be quite interesting. I mean, Beastmaster, you can have two wild boars that can harass out the Clockwork quite a bit. I mean, having a look at that, it does attack slow 10. It does do a little bit of slow damage and can just poke at you the whole time, but it's going to be an aggro trial in here, especially with the Dazzle that can, of course, heal. But going for Poison Touch. Now, Poison Touch, I think, got rescaled a little bit. I'm not quite sure. I can't remember exactly how. But everything's going to happen here on this top lane. Cloud, it's going to be difficult because they're fighting into an Undying. So I don't know if they'll actually be able to get any kills here. Middle lane though. Death Note does have Wind Run if need be. Just taking it straight to Nara. Straight to his face the whole time. And their support TP is actually coming in just to heal up Death Note. Give him a tango. I mean, he really needs this one. I mean, there's a full salve up and a tango up here on the Shadow Fiend. So top lane will be okay, I guess, with the... I don't think that they'll actually go for the engagement. The pull's actually happening now here up on the Lifestealer. Lifestealer, of course, will just be farming up in the jungle. For example, let's have a look here. If Lifestealer jumps on here, the Frenzy gives bonus attack speed. The Slam and, of course, War Drums gives attack speed bonus. So if Lifestealer infests that, who knows? Have a look what else is here. Both of them are the Ancient Thunderhide. Bottom lane, though, is going to... They're actually switching up lanes at this point. And I think if that is the case... The side of iFg, I mean, the one thing that VNR did better in the previous game was stacking the jungle, moving around, splitting up experience early game. So if if VNR can do that in game number 2, they should have a proper lead, a very good lead, moving into the mid game phase where they are the strongest. So 4 melee lineups here coming from iFg. Up against the Weaver, well, up against kiting lineups, it is quite rough, but they do have a tombstone to slow down to try and counter the kite. And nope, no engagement. There is a tombstone if they want to go on this.
Every coin helps.
Illusion.
They do have lockdown with the Beastmaster. They do have a tombstone. That's basically it in the side of lockdown. They do have another slow, well, a few slows coming up, but the stuns from Veneration, the Shackle Shot. Oh, taking a bit of damage. Shackle Shot, Ogre Magi, Clockwork. VNR's got a lot more lockdown to try and deal up with these melee, with this melee lineup coming through from the side of iFg. And it seems like it's going to be dual lanes with just a standard jungler here on Trackle. So no kills just yet. 22 and 7 though going the way of Nara. So Nara having a good lead here, up versus 11 and 2. Death Note, well, I think there's a bottle. Bottle up for both, yes. Bottle up for both, so Death Note will just be healing it up himself. Yeah, trying to think here what's going to happen in regards with the early game right now. I mean, there's been no kills just yet. Middle lane, I actually thought there was going to be a lot of engagement. Top lane, there is actually an engagement here onto the Juggernaut. Juggernaut does have spin, and he is actually using it, doing quite a bit of damage, but now they do decide to go into Death Drive. It's actually dropped, and this is going to be a second kill. Juggernaut taking 2 for 0. Just as I was saying, there's no kills. The Tombstone was dropped, everything was dropped, and well, that's going to just skyrocket Juggernaut. And Atmosphere has actually picked up a haste drone, sitting on level 4 already. So having 2 Hawks up at this point, and he's just going to just try and harass out as much as possible here. Top lane though, they have to be very careful here because they are, well, they don't have a lot of mana. Clockwork can actually just completely take off all of the mana here for the side of iFg, and we'll most likely just see that now. Nope, it's actually going to be another Ogre Magi going 2 points up in Ignite versus this melee lineup. Nara, is he going to stack for himself? Yes, it seems like Nara is going to try and go for that double stack. Let's have a look here. Is he going to be able to do it? Hit. No. Oh, a little bit late. Let's see if he... Oh, actually just going for the razors. So that will work. And boom. Double stacks up, of course. What's coming in the courier? Oh,
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Sorry, just trying to see here what's actually going on. Anyway, sorry about that. No idea what the courier was actually doing at the secret shop. And I can't click on this courier. I hate it. Oh, there you go. There's the courier. You know, if the couriers have, you know, stuff like this, errors on, I mean, here I can click on them. Boom, there you go. But to this one, I actually have to use the keys for it. 2-0 at this point. Cloud will have to put 3 levels up in healing ward up against this spam coming through from VNR on the Ogre Magi and of course on the Clockwork. But 41 and 11, I mean, this Shadow Fiend is just dominating at this point. Up against the 24 and 3, 23 and 3, 20 and 3, 18 and 2, and then last but not least, it's, well, it's 13 and 4. So 13 and 4 versus 18 and 3. The offlaner here. Oh wait, are we seeing engagement? Nope, no engagement just yet. Atmosphere is sitting on level 5, so I think he probably should have stayed here for his level 6. He of course does not gain experience if his wolves or his wild boars actually take, you know, get kills. And Shadow Fiend, I mean, sitting on full boots up right now, full treads up, does have a Wraith Band up and a bottle. He's doing pretty handily himself here in this lane. And the Roar's up now for the Beastmaster after this one creep. There you go, Roar's up, so we might see an early rotation coming through from him onto the Windrunner on the middle lane, or we might even see rotations from another ward being placed. And yeah, scouted out instantly saying, listen, we need sentries. Any sentries coming? Not yet. So dual lanes coming up now. Modace is coming in. They do have the Roar, so with Modace here and the Tombstone, if they do decide to push up, this might, I think they just have to play it patiently. Oh, meanwhile on top lane though, the spin is actually coming through here by from the, wow, dealing nearly so much damage. And is there actually a Tombstone being dropped just yet? Nope, no Tombstone being dropped, and they actually do scout out the Undying as well. Now, in a lot of cases, the old meta used to have Juggernaut going for a 1-1-1 full stats type of build, but you do see actually prioritizing Blade Fury and Healing Ward here up. Oh no, Windrunner actually pawned mid. Windrunner got a kill on, wow, that's insane. That's quite a lot. I mean, the Shadow Fiend was just dominating her mid, but the support rotations coming through from the Ogre Magi, was there a Shackle as well? I'm not quite sure if the Shackle was used. And I mean, they really needed to do that. The side of iFg needed to try and go for a kill onto Death Note. But well played. VNR saying, well, we're behind. Let's just kill the person that's highest on net worth.
Radiant's top tower
And bottom lane is dual lanes, top is dual lanes. Seems like everyone's just moving over to dual lanes. Death Note does have a, well, does have his full boots up. Oh, wait, though. There's the engagement. The TP is coming in. Who is it? It is actually a Revoker coming through right now. Oh, are we going to see the Tombstone being dropped? Tombstone's actually dropped while they decide to back off. Are we going to see the Roar straight onto the Weaver? Or who's the Roar going to come onto? No, the Roar is actually onto the Dazzle right now. Trying to pick off the Dazzle before he can Shallow Grave himself. That's the problem. And I think if you would have used the, well, you had to choose someone. And now there's just so much damage that we're done. Unfortunately, they couldn't get any further picks on anything. A lot of support TPs coming through with Revoker on here. And, well, here's the hasted Windrunner coming up, and I think this might just be Atmosphere dead. So he's trying to make sure that he doesn't get shackled up. Unfortunately, well, now it's the body blocks. The stuns coming through here from the Ogre Magi as well. He's still trying to make it out of this one. Unfortunately, it's really not going to help. There's no ward or there's no vision up here, so it's very dangerous to actually dive through. And Juggernaut actually got another kill up here on the Clockwork from top lane. So Juggernaut doing okay. This healing ward, you know, build from him is actually doing quite a bit. Going now for 4 and 3, no levels up yet in Omni Slash. Of course, probably not having the mana pool to go in for an Omni Slash Let's have a look at the mana. Well, only costs 90 mana and 200, so that's, well, actually no, it does not have enough mana. That's the whole point here. So we'll have, after the circlet, we'll help them out quite a bit. So 3 and 3 at this point, having a look at, it's nearly the 10-minute mark, so, oh, here we go, Ancient Thunder coming up. I was waiting for this, and we will most likely see that Frenzy being used. Look at that, look at the pings coming out. This is the first time we're seeing it, so it's awesome. Is he going to use it? Yeah, there you see, Frenzy is actually being cast onto himself right now, but of course the Wardrun's aura is there, you know, increasing 50 with the 15 attack speed. They can't really stop this kind of push. And he didn't. Attempt tried. And of course, is there a cooldown on this? No, he could just constantly walk around with this Ancient Thunder now. Unfortunately though, Modeus was still standing there. I'm not quite sure why. And here comes the War Thunder just saying, hello! Busy pushing out now on top lane as well. I think they'll probably try and force out the glyph before they do anything else, but the double damage rune is, well, I thought the Ancient Thunderhide was going to use this. They will be scouted out though by this deep by this deep ward. And they'll be scouted out completely by this deep ward. And is the engagement there? Is there any kind of dust? No dust up from anyone on the side of iFg, or no sentries down more life, because of course dust can just be taken off with Weaver's ultimate, of course, if he just wants to use his time lapse. Now they want to go here onto the denies is there on the top lane. The support TPs are coming through here on the bottom side, on the bottom lane. So Modeus has to be very careful, because Modeus might just be picked off instantly. The double damage is there on the Beastmaster. Is there any further supports coming through? No, they just want to go on to, and there's the start, the multicast on Undying, and Undying actually just drops his tombstone. He does heal up a little bit, but unfortunately not going to be enough. Dazzle will be the next one to drop, and now they turn around going onto the tombstone right now. Weaver doing what Weaver needs to do. The buyback was also used. Are they going to be able to get this kill on the Ogre Magi? Is the heal going to come through on the Beastmaster? No, the heal's not there, but now all of a sudden it is a 2-for-2 trade-off still. And one buyback, so this fight going the way heavily of VNR, but now comes the push. Yeah. Let's have a look here. The Ancient Thunder, of course, not being pushed back, just busy attacking up here right now. This is quite an interesting, you know, I do like this, you know, running with this Lifestealer. It just gives so much more presence. I'm especially up against a Juggernaut. I mean, you're giving a Juggernaut and an SF more attack speed. I mean, it really works. And Lifestealer, I think Lifestealer is just going to be moving around like this the whole time. Lifestealer really does not need anything else except for the Thunderhides early game. And they do decide to back off. Are they going to try and go for a quick rush pick off here? I think they are actually, they might. The problem is they have to actually put down a ward. And, well, there's this sentry. Interesting sentry trying to scout out all of these locations, but unfortunately won't be able to see anything because there's nothing there. Now they decide to go straight in onto Rosh. They should be able to get this Rosh with the extra attack speed, and they do have a very, very, very deep ward here, so they won't be able to see any rotations coming through this side or through that side. And well, there's the sentry being placed, so now the sentry being dewarded. Oh, look at that! We managed to pick that up. It is the Shadow Fiend, so we're going to see a full-on push. I mean, this is a push strat of note coming through from iFg. No Death Prophet up just now. Veneration is Radiance here, guys, so that is VNR coming through from their side. Oh, completely whiffing a few spells there. Veneration.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, let's have a look at the push now coming through. The Ancient Thunderdog, I mean, this really just helps. I mean, can soak up a lot of the damage, can soak up everything. But Modeus has to be careful. The Vector's actually used up right now. I do like what VNR is trying to do. I mean, they're trying to counter push. They can't really counter push much up against this lineup. And is there going to be, I mean, we're going to see how well this Thunderhide actually does on this push. Please keep in mind the Shadow Fiend does have a Aegis of the Immortal, and are they just gonna push up straight here? That Shadow Fiend actually, oh, the Shackle Shot not latching. And is this gonna be just a slow siege? While top lane CY, I mean, not doing too badly. Let's have a look at the net worth quickly for him. Oh, bottom lane. Let's quickly focus on here. Net worth sitting on 7,500 for Nara. He's playing tremendously well. And the next person is 6,000 here up on the Windrunner. The Shaka Shot was used. The Juggernaut was also just being stunned up right now. I think they should just let the Nara and of course the Ancient Thunderhide just tank it up here in front. Nara trying to go for a few kills here. The Ogre Magi has actually caught out. The Omni Slash was used by the Juggernaut. The buybacks there on the Omni Knight straight away. Nara of course dropping right there, but he does have Aegis, so he will be coming back. Now the Tombstone is busy being well engaged upon, and the dude managed to get this. Nara's being stunned. Are they going to be able to actually get anything? The Shackle Shot actually lands on top of the Siege Creep. Now, this was one thing that Siege Creeps actually do take the same. Oh, no. Actually just going for this tier 3. I like it. Stop, 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 stop. Oh, no stomps. And they're actually turning around, going here onto the Ogre Magi. So this fight's not out of it just yet. Now, oh, there's the Life Stealer bomb coming through. Going now onto the Dazzle. The Ogre Magi might be the next one to fall. Now it's the Dazzle. And the second Infest bomb coming through. iFg pushing their way to victory right now. It's not over just yet. They want to go onto the Clockwork, and one more crit coming through. One crit, and unfortunately though, Juggernaut has to be very careful. The Wind Run is actually used. Juggernaut does drop. The buybacks was used. Shout out to Osfrog. No idea why shoutouts are happening there. And unfortunately, Lifestealer will be the next one to fall. So, who got the upper hand out of that? I think maybe a little bit towards iFg because they got a tier 3. But what an engagement. What an engagement. What a fight coming through. Unfortunately, they focused some heroes incorrectly. I think the tower was just targeting the Shadow Fiend the entire time there, and well, Shadow Fiend did have Aegis still sitting on the highest net worth, but oh, sorry, Death Cookie getting quite a couple of kills there, and of course pushing him up to nearly equal with the Shadow Fiend. I mean, Shadow Fiend was just under 2,000 behind, well, ahead of the Windrunner, and Windrunner does have Aghanim Scepter up right now, so Windrunner is going to be doing quite a lot of damage. Yo, let's have a look here. Infest will be up again in 17 seconds. Who do they go for? Maybe perhaps just another Thunderhide. I mean, the Thunderhide does give a lot. The pings are actually coming out saying, hey guys, let's move towards the Thunderhide. Lifestealer's going. Nope. They might actually want to engage her onto Death Note, but that's the thing. They will just get kited, and I think Trackles really needs. Nope, just heading up towards the top side, and there you go. Trackles, what are you doing, buddy? Is there another Windwalk? Yes, there is. No Blink Roar up just yet here for Death Note. Oh, roar! There's the roar straight onto Death Note. He does not have a Wind Run, and that's going to be the life of him. Windrunner does not have buyback. Trackles, buddy. Head towards the Ancient Thunderhide. Come on, we know you want to. Problem is, you might actually die while heading here. You're heading here solo. The rest of VNR is actually busy pushing up middle. They know that the push is coming, so they want to try and counter push as much as possible. Although Nara is here on the bottom lane, so not quite sure why he's all the way back here trying to just push out a tier 1 tower. I mean, it's not really worth it. While your entire team... Oh, no, that's a full Omni Slash straight onto the Clockwork. And Clockwork, of course, does have buyback if need be. But Shadow Fiend still pushing out here. What is he actually bringing towards him? Full Sanjay Yasha up. And this is still going to be a further push here on the top lane. I mean, they don't want to let off a single bit. Sacking middle lane, they don't really care. Double TPs are coming back. Are they going to be able to actually get this tier 3 tower and back off in time? Or not? Here comes the Ogre. He's actually going to be able to get a stun off. Nope, the Blade Fury spin and just backing off little by little. But look at CY just going for the counter push. And no one is there to defend. I mean... There is no TP up on the Shadow Fiend just yet. No TP up on the Juggernaut. Well, TP up is up on the Juggernaut, but giving more damage to their tier 3 than what they actually are. Okay, now they actually did a little bit more on the top lane. And was that a smoke? I thought I saw smoke. No smokes. And Lifestealer, where are you at, buddy? Scouting out Roshan right now. So Lifestealer is going to be the first ban in South Africa. Watch this. It is quite an interesting one, I have to say this. The aura push coming through from the Beastmaster aura, the Shadow Fiend, as well as the Life Stealer inside of this group, the Thunder Hide, Ancient Thunder Hide, is quite insane. I think they're probably going to wait for the next rush before they push up. And the rush being scouted out, not up just yet. Dazzle does have a medallion up, so of course it is going to help out quite a bit up against the side of Veneration, up against the side of iFg. And let's have a look. Rosh, we'll find out around roughly 1 minute when Rosh is back up. Ooh, there you go. 1 minute. And then we find out. Top lane being pressured in here by CY. I mean, CY's just been playing insanely well, keeping the pressure on the side of iFg. If it was not for the split pushing Weaver, I think they would have been in very big trouble. Weaver does have a Linker Sphere, of course, so will not be able to get caught out by the Beastmaster, Blink, and Roar. But it seems like they're actually they're just pushing here straight for bot, not waiting for Rush. And here you go, it is the Ancient Thunder Hide. Well, that's actually a big one. Windrunner, oh no wait, Windrunner of course does have an active shift up, so she will be able to just constantly spam out that focus fire. Are they going to send anyone? Oh, let's quickly have a look. How long is this Rush pickup? How long is Rush? There's no traps this time to scout out Rush the whole time, but they are actually busy moving towards Rush. And this is going to be a... Wait for it. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. No, Rush is not up just yet. Will nowhere have been up. And it will be up in 1 minute. Basically, guys, how the Rush clock works, just count each one of these as 1 minute. Minimum respawn is right there, maximum respawn is right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Between 8 and 11. That section, no idea why that section should be there. So it's not a 12-minute clock. Unless I am completely wrong. So, guys, I'm streaming saying this cost, I'm saying yes. Well, they're busy pushing out. Rush will be up now within the next few seconds. Are they going to actually make their way back? Noro is sitting on 3,100 gold. So let's quickly run through the item progression for both teams. I mean, Wind Ranger is sitting second on net worth at this point. Sitting on 2,400, really needs that buybacks, of course. Won't really be able to buy up anything just yet. Aghanim Scepter is there. I think maybe the next item that Wind Ranger goes for is a Blink. On the side of Ogre, still working towards that mech. Will have it probably around 400 gold. The Dazzle does have his medallion up. Clockwork does not have Aghanim Scepter up, just has standard Blade Mail. Weaver doing quite well, does have Linker Sphere up. Will most likely be going into that Desolator as well. I'm just quickly letting say I didn't bet on this game. The side of Juggernaut does have a Sanjay Yasha up. No big items, actually prioritizing for mid game as well. Undying doesn't really have a lot up right now. Beastmaster has his blink up and 2,000 gold, so has enough for buyback. Lifestealer just chilling in this Ancient Thunder Hide, and then Shadow Fiend, of course, with a big gold advantage. Let's have a look at the net worth right now. Now, some of the guys are saying biased to iFg right now. Yes, I am. 7,500 gold lead. It is quite a big Thunder Lizard DC. Oh, gotta love it. 7,500 gold lead towards iFg. But just note here quickly, one team fight from Veneration, and they're completely back in this because of this lead. Now, the rubber band effect is not as bad as it used to be, but think about this. If Clockwork hook shots into two heroes, the Windrunner has a 15-second CD on focus fire, so she can pick off the Life Stealer inside of this Ancient Thunder Rat because it does provide a lot of aura. She can pick off the Thunder Hide instantly. By the time the Thunder Hide is back, Windrunner has focus fire up again. That's never mind Weaver that has, well, that's going towards a Deso. As soon as this Weaver gets Deso up, iFg has to start being scared because they prioritize their item choice for mid game, going with Sanjay Yashas on both Shadow Fiend and Juggernaut, not going for late game here. So if that Deso gets up on the Weaver, they're in big trouble because let's just think here, two Geminate attacks with one Sakuchi, and then into a, well, even if they target her into a time lapse, one more Germinate attack will kill nearly anyone on the side of iFg. And that's not, I'm not even talking about the Bloodlust that can be thrown on the Weaver or on the Windrunner. The comeback potential here for the side of VNR is just so damn big. Well, the pauses are real, guys. Pauses are real. So, well, he has actually reconnected. Let's quickly have a look at what's happening on the Duck game, just to give you guys a quick update. The Duck game, BZK is leading 23-10 up on Duck. So BZK, well, those of you guys that bet on Duck, seems like your Bugattis are rip. But this game still, everything's still in this game right now. Guys, just keep in mind that this is a best out of 3 loser bracket matchup. And Shadow Fiend has just picked up the Edges of the Immortal. Now, I'm following around iFg the whole time because they're grouping up, they're pushing. If you want me to follow VNR, it's going to be following the Weaver. And that's going to be boring because it's just split pushing. Here, the action's bound to happen. And, well, they're busy pushing through onto the bottom lane right now. They do not have a tier 3 tower up just yet. Let's quickly have a look at the buyback status. This is going to be a very important one. Buyback is up on both cores of Veneration, so they should be able to actually defend up against this. But, let's see. It's actually being used. The Clockwork has come in to try and block up the cogs. There is no tier 3, and here comes the Ancient Thunderhide. Oh, actually a very good Chakra coming through onto Cloud being healed up. There's the Roar straight onto the Windrunner. Is there anything, any ultimate coming through from the Shadow Fiend? One more hit goes onto Death Note. He does have buyback if he wants to use it. Buyback is used. Ogre Magi is down right now. They're actually turning around, going straight onto the Dazzle, but Dazzle's actually used his Shallow Grave onto himself, and another Chakra shot, not really latching on anything. They're turning around, they want to go straight onto the Rax right now, and this will be the first full lane of Rax. Lifesteal, of course, does not have that Thunder Lizard, as they called it, up just right now. Are we going to see them move straight towards the top lane or not? There was a buyback, of course, forced out by the side of Veneration, and they've held. I mean, they've held, so that's a very, very big... Oh, trying to go for one of the smaller Thunderwrath Lizards. Oh, stack it, stack it, stack it. Big plays. What does Lifestealer have now? Lifestealer, just from sitting inside the Thunderwrath, has actually... Oh, now it's going to be the Ancient Dragon. Now, Ancient Dragon gives everyone bonus armor, and quickly focus on it. Okay, well, it's just a little bit of splash coming through, not that much. And also dragons on the side. So of course the big golems, I think, are what you really want, because the golems give like an extra 5% max HP through to everyone. But smoke is up here from VNR, guys, so let's see if VNR can actually get this pick off. It's very dangerous, very risky, because Death Note does not have buyback at this point. So if they do engage and they do drop, well, let's see what's actually going to happen here. Just following straight on them. Quickly getting a sip of water just before the action starts to get my throat ready again. Solo casting is not the easiest task in the world, guys. I mean, if you have a co-caster, you can banter back and forth. But if you solo cast, you have to basically argue with yourself and try and say how the guys can come back. And this is the way VNR can come back, just by pushing up top. I mean, using the focus fire, if they manage to get it, just leave the Windrunner right here, use the focus fire up, get everyone else back. Is there a glyph? If the glyph, as soon as the glyph gets used here, nope. Actually going straight back now. Are they going to be able to get the kill? I think Weaver should run in front. He has his Desolate up. There's the engagement onto the Juggernaut, but unfortunately no multicast. And the Deso, just look at the damage the Deso is doing, but of course the crit's coming through from the Juggernaut himself. And well, Shackle Shot actually not latching onto anyone right now. Where's the first engagement? We're going to be at 3 times multicast onto the Juggernaut. Are they going to be able to follow up on this? No, it is going to be Shadow Fiend that comes in, uses a big red beam. Are they going to be able to get the kill? No, the multicast, and actually the Lifestealer using his Infest Bomb. Unfortunately, he doesn't use his Shallow Grave once again on himself, not on any other cores. So double kill going the way of Nara on the Shadow Fiend. And now they're pushing back down onto the next lane Rags. There is no buyback up here on the Weaver. So, I mean, Weaver has to at least try and do something. Buyback was used on clock. The hook shot, unfortunately, not on, not available. So clock can't really do that much. I mean, if they just give up this third lane of racks without trying anything, they're going to lose. Come on, CY, we believe. And there you go. And this might be big because, what just happened? Weaver just popped. GG's, Weaver just popped instantly. The lifestealer bomb. Well, this pocket strat coming through from iFg, just too damn strong. Have a look at the gold graph quickly. 25,000. This is 1,000 gold per minute advantage going the way of Veneration. Sorry, iFg. So, what a game. What a series. I have to say, I am... Wow. GG's coming through. Unfortunately, Veneration giving it everything they had, being dropped out of the South African Gigabyte Dota 2 challenge. iFg do progress through. They will be going up against, let's quickly have a look here. They'll be going up against Energy in roughly 2 hours time. So guys, that is basically it from my side. iFg, of course, winning. Congratulations to them. And let me just quickly let the guys know. iFg 1-2-0. Stay tuned because in 2 hours time, that is at 2 p.m. or 1400 CEST, we'll be going live with our next game. And our next game will be Newbie versus whoever wins between Dark and Pirates, and then Energy Evolution versus iFg will also be live then. So stay tuned, guys. Thanks a lot to Gigabyte, of course, for hosting this amazing tournament. It's been insane. Hope you guys have enjoyed watching it. Well, we'll be back in 2 hours. Stay tuned, stick around, and thanks so much, guys. Check us out on Facebook. Follow us, check us out. It's navtv.co.za, and of course facebook.com/Reddit's Dota. Check it out. We do appreciate all the support, and check you guys out in 2 hours. Cheers.
Horus.